Call the meeting to order. Start with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everyone here, and we'll start with the town manager's report.
Good evening, everyone. Foreclosure notices were sent out on Friday, December 20th for 114 accounts. As of 4:30 today, 3 of those have been paid for 2018 taxes, and those payments must be received by February 3rd at 4:30. Also, reminder for service organizations looking for funding for fiscal year 2020, that is due on December 31st, and it must include a petition with at least 164 signatures in order to be included on the town meeting warrant. A reminder, we're not able to process passports December 24th to January 1st. Certainly apologize for the inconvenience, but we have some vacations. Also, I'm going to be on vacation December 30th to January 8th, and if you need anything, you can contact Chief Bucknam. And then also, we have a few days off here, tomorrow and Wednesday, December 24th and 25th for the holiday, as well as Wednesday, January 1st. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all those holidays.
That's actually fiscal year 2021.
Oh, thank you, fiscal year 2021 for service organizations. I gotta get used to that, so, thank you.
Thank you. Any items by the public? Jason.
I'll just mention, so it's official, Hospice Volunteers closed on a new building. Former Helen's Bed and Breakfast is our new office. Been moving in over the weekend, moved a ton today. Our office is going to be temporarily closed this week while we get everything adjusted and in place, and then we'll be back open hopefully next week. And also, if anybody has, Christine mentioned it, but if anybody has Christmas cards, holiday cards that they're getting rid of, instead of throwing them in the trash, if you want to put them in a bag and either leave them for me or get them to me. For the hospice office, we create Christmas angels out of them. We have 4 Christmas trees that we do. And we put loved ones' names on those, and we hang them throughout different locations throughout the community. So we have those, and we collect them. All those, like I said, made out of those recycled Christmas cards, so instead of going straight to the trash. So we're always looking for those every year. So that's it.
Thank you. Anyone else? Move on to Selectmen's items. Betty.
I have nothing except Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year to everybody.
Same from me, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for everybody.
Dennis.
No, I'm all set, thank you.
Roger. Gene.
Basically the same thing. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, and that's it.
And same for me. And everybody stay safe and have a Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. And enjoy the families. Department and committee reports. Brian.
I'm all set.
Jeff.
All set.
Chief Bucknam.
Real quick, because I want to drag this meeting out to at least 8:30.
No, you won't.
Little quick story. I was shopping in Waterville over the weekend and stopped to grab some lunch. And there was some group of older folks sitting next to me, and I'm sitting there eating, and of course, being the active person that I am, I'm always eavesdropping and listening to everybody people say. And I couldn't help but notice these 4 people were talking about Skowhegan and how the fire department was out issuing out or giving out cards for fuel and food, and the police department with all the the community policing that they're doing, Main Street, Skowhegan, the Chamber of Commerce, they were talking up a storm, and I just sat there eating my burger going, wow, this is pretty amazing to listen to this, especially when I'm sitting in Waterville. So I just wanted to mention that I actually stopped and talked to the lady afterwards, introduced myself to her, so she was a little taken aback that, there was actually a Skowhegan person sitting next to her listening to everything she said. But, she was very amazed about everything that's been happening in this town and how it's just becoming more and more attractive for everybody just to start gravitating up here, so I just wanted to pass that on to everybody. Also, I'm still waiting for a family to get here, so when they get here, Chairman, if you don't mind, I'd like to do my presentation and go from there. But other than that, Merry Christmas.
So we can take a little time to go, yay, Skowhegan!
I know that it gave me goosebumps here. You know, you don't
Yeah.
get it all the time, and to be sitting in the middle of a restaurant, surrounded with people you don't know,
Yep.
and listen to them just actively talking about Skowhegan was pretty amazing.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Thank you. Chief,
Merry Christmas.
same to you. That's all we got.
Yep.
Okay, consent agenda.
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Second?
We have a first and second. All in favor? Passes. Discussion decision to appoint Donald Young Jr. as a member of the cemetery committee with a term expiring June 30th, 2020.
So move. Second?
We have first and second. Anything further? All in favor? Passes.
I make a motion that we hold off on 2 and 3 and continue and go back to that at an opportune moment, right? Because you're waiting for somebody? Okay. Please and thank you.
It's done. Okay, number 4. Discussion decision to approve the renewal of junkyard and auto recycling permits for David Folsom, Folsom Sons Auto Salvage, Kennebec Metal Recycling, and Norm's Deals on Wheels.
So move.
Second?
We have first and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? That's 5-0. Discussion decision to write off personal property taxes in the amount of $17.83 for the Trojan Cottage, $9.81, and Hill Rom Company, Inc., $8.02.
So move.
Second?
We have first and second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Passes 5-0. Discussion decision to accept a donation in the amount of $200 from Harvey Austin for the police department.
So move.
Got a question.
I'll second it, and then you can ask a question.
Okay, yeah, we have first and second. Question.
What's the reason he's given the $200?
So he was in the holiday spirit, I guess. He came in. I wasn't actually in there. I was in a meeting with the town manager, but he did speak with my deputy chief and asked that we buy coffee and stuff for the officers and stuff for the holiday. So that was what it was. He dropped it on my desk and left.
And not any ulterior motive or anything?
No, and I wouldn't allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So we get some donations here and there from people. I actually have a fund for it. I throw it in there and we use it for Christmas party. We use it for decorations and stuff for different themes. National Night Out, we use it for that. And I just recently helped, I'm sorry, what was her name?
Lisa in our assessor's office, her daughter, they had a family friend that was a veteran that passed away, and his wife needed assistance, and they sent off gifts and other items for their 4 kids, and needed some
We
help.
helped with the shipping for those items out of that fund. So
Right.
it's there just to take care of the officers and anything community related that we see that we can help contribute to. That's what it's for.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way, you guys did a good job on that drug bust.
Thanks,
You
sir.
read that up, and anytime you guys can knock them guys out, I'm happy.
We are as well.
Anything further on this? All those in favor? Passes 5-0. Treasurer's warrants to be approved, the amount of $227,045.29.
So move.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? All in favor? Passes 5-0. Other business? Unfinished business?
Do we have any more news on the public safety building?
I was gonna say, I know they had a meeting.
Yeah, so we did have a meeting. Chief Buckingham and I sat down with CES, and we went over the programming, which is basically the spatial needs. We took what we worked on previously, looked at that, built off from that. Do you remember how many, I can't remember the square footage that we cut? 1,000 square feet, something like that. 1,100 square feet, it might have been. Did some rearranging, some kind of better use of space. We looked at what the buildings would look like, so if we separated them, what that would look like, to give you guys more options to look at. And I suspect we'll have another meeting and hopefully get back with the committee after the new year. So it's a slow process, but we are making progress.
So it wasn't a committee meeting?
No.
Okay.
No.
No, it was just reviewing the old programming, which the committee decided that is best in the setting with just the chiefs and the architecture and engineer.
Are you working on the property up there by the water tower on East Madison Road?
So
Or
that is one property that's still being looked at, and several other properties that the committee wants to look at. So we're evaluating numerous properties. So there's several properties that would be looked at for a public safety building, and then there's several properties that would work if it was if they were separate buildings, a police station and a fire station. So we're looking at a lot of different options right now.
isn't it kind of a moot point to be trying to design a building without knowing where it's gonna be?
So, yes and no. Yeah, you're gonna have a location, but I think we probably learned last time, we went out and found a location, the taxpayers voted on a location, then we designed a building, and then that didn't work out. So we're looking at pieces of property and buildings. This is what will work on this property, this is what will work on this property, this is what's gonna be 2 buildings on 2 separate properties, so the taxpayers can look at the whole package as one. I think it's probably, what we learned last time, maybe it's a little bit dangerous to do it in 2 different votes.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else on the unfinished business? Okay.
Number 2.
Item number 2.
Chief, we can do number 2, right?
Absolutely, we're ready when you are.
I just wanted to make sure it was okay with you. Okay. Discussion decision to accept the resignation of Joel Cummings as patrol sergeant and appoint him as a full-time hospital resource officer with a term expiring June 30th, 2020.
So move.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? All in favor? Passes 5-0. And we're good to go on the next one. Discussion decision to appoint Tim Williams as patrol sergeant with a term expiring June 30th, 2020.
So move.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? All in favor? Passes 5-0. Sure.
We did one.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
So, as we continue to move forward with the police department and doing everything that we can for the community, the PD is actually spreading out a little bit more. Sergeant Cummings is taking a role at the hospital where we desperately need a full-time hospital resource officer up there, so he's going to be taking control of that area up there and making sure that the hospital is safe with everything that's been taking place. And in that, stepping away from that, because it is not a supervisor role, Corporal Tim Williams here has graciously accepted the sergeant's position. Very proud of this gentleman right here. He's been with Skowhegan for a long time, and looking at the camera and at people's homes tonight, you all know who he is and what he has done for this town. So it's an honor for me to be able to promote him to sergeant tonight. It was an honor for me to promote him to corporal. And so as we continue on pushing forward with the police department, Tim will be in the forefront here as a supervisor, so if you guys have any complaints, That's the guy to call right here. And you give him a shot at any point in time. Okay, that's for you. Merry Christmas. Yeah. And in his honor, I'm gonna go ahead and award him a brand spanking new junior police officer back call. Sorry. That's, yeah, you can give that to your little one. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I thought you guys liked each other.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we'll sign documents and adjourn the meeting, and we're gonna go into an executive session real quick.